Welcome to Spain. How do you feel here in our country?
Oh, I feel beautiful. I love this country. This is my first time here, and Barcelona is a gorgeous city. The people are so friendly, and the food is amazing, and the convention is so much fun. The fans are great, passionate, great. So, yay. Good.
So they are as passionate as everyone says. Everyone says the Spanish fans are the most passionate of the world.
I have never walked on a stage. Like when we all went out this morning and walked on the stage and stood in a line, the screams, it's like we were rock stars, and that was pretty cool. You know, they were just... And then they just kept screaming, and that was pretty great. Yeah, very passionate, very much love. People, wanting to just tell me how important the show is, and have a hug and just say they love Once Upon a Time. So it's really, as an actor, that's the best thing you can ask for.
These kind of events, like the Storytelling Con, they give you the chance to talk to the fans, and the fans had the chance to meet their idols,
right.
Hug them. Do you think it's important to do those kinds of things for the growth of the show?
I think it's really important for the show. I think the show is such a success because the fan culture has bonded together and become its own community. At my meet and greet today, there was a group of gals there who they meet at all the conventions, and then they've rented a house. 12 of them are staying in a house. They're from all over the world, but they formed this community, and it's because of Once Upon a Time. They said, we love the show, we love what it stands for, but we love us, and I think that gives me goosebumps again. I just think it's so, the fact that the show's about hope, that it's about family, that it's about, trying as hard as you can, falling down, getting back up again. It's inspiring for people. And I think that's what speaks to people in the first place. Plus the acting is amazing, like Lana Parrilla and everybody, the Ginny Goodwin, everybody is just, Colin O'Donoghue, Sean McGuire, they're all such really good actors. I just think it's really important to have, this fan base. They see that, they get that, and then they get community too. So it's pretty great.
There is a big community, as you said, but a lot of people told us that Once Upon a Time is that show they saw with the family. They reunite once in a week just to see Once Upon a Time. How do you feel when you know that you are the reason of that ritual?
Mm-hmm. I think it's great, and I think the writers set out to do that originally. Adam and Eddie said, we want to bring back Sunday night, family night, Walt Disney, everybody gather around the television and watch a show together, a show that speaks to adults and to kids. And so the whole family can enjoy it together, which, with so much technology and everybody on their phones, it doesn't happen a lot anymore. So it's really good, anything that brings you together. And then you walk away and there's a good message. So I just think it's fantastic, and I think they accomplished that,
Let's talk a little bit about your character, the Granny. It's one of the most mythical of all times. How did you feel when you know you're going to be that woman?
Oh, it's so funny, because I didn't know until episode 15, I think, when Red-Handed, this is in season 1. In season 1, I was just a woman who ran a bed and breakfast, and then, now I have a diner, and I have a granddaughter. Like every script I would get, I would learn more about my character, because they are very secretive. They don't tell us too much. Now, I'm sure maybe some of the lead actors knew a bit more, but not always, So it wasn't until I got the script for Red-Handed, and I'm reading it, and I'm going, oh my God, I'm from Little Red Riding Hood. I'm Granny. I'm that Granny, and we're wolves. And spoiler alert. And so that was pretty phenomenal. And as a kid, that was one of my favorite fairy tales. We always played it. I made my neighbor kids play Red Riding Hood and the big bad wolf hiding in the woods and the granny in the bed. Ah! And I remember. So it's kind of surreal to go, I'm representing an iconic character in fairy tales. So it's great.
Not just an iconic character, just an iconic woman. In that time, everybody's saying we need to have more women characters with powerful. How do you feel? Because I think Once Upon a Time is sending a message, and a woman, a group of women can lead a show.
Yeah, oh yeah. And the women are strong, and what I love about the writing is that when you read the old fairy tales, like Cinderella, my handsome prince will come and then everything will be fine. But they didn't write it that way. They've said, oh, your handsome prince might come, but this could happen. And the women are warriors. They're strong, they're fighters, and they don't necessarily need a man to accomplish things. Men are not disrespected either. You know, men, it is about love and about loyalty and family. So I think it's very empowering for young women. And that's why a lot of the fan base, like I said, when we were on stage today, I looked at it and I said, oh my gosh, 99.9% of the people here are women. And I think young girls, they need that kind of message because they need to be able to take care of themselves, but still love. Like we all need love, whether you love a woman or a man, but you just need to be self-sufficient and not a damsel in distress. You know, those days are over.
Thanks God.
Yeah.
And the Grannies is like the center of everything in Storybrooke.
Everything happens at Granny's.
Can you tell us a secret?
A secret? Let's see. A secret about Granny's Diner. Well, nothing works. It's all fake. The drinks and food are real. Nobody really eats them unless they have to. Let's see. The real diner that's in Steveston, we shoot there when we're doing The Outsider. We're doing street scenes in Steveston. Here's a funny thing. The other day I was running down the street and I had to run into Granny's like I was late for work. This episode hasn't aired yet. And I run in like I'm late to work. Now always the diner is closed when we're filming because they know we're using the outside of it. But for some reason it was open this day. People weren't going in, but there was staff inside. So they go, action. I get out of the car and I run up to the door and I go inside. And the people inside say, oh, we're closed. And I go, no. We're filming. And they go, no, we're closed. And I think English was a second language. And I go, I'm Granny. And they go, no, we're not open. And I go, no, see that sign out there? That's me. I said, you should actually have my picture on the wall. You should actually take advantage of this, And so she goes, oh. So when they yelled cut, I went in and I told them, I said, you should have pictures of all the staff or the cast on the wall and change your menu and have Granny's lasagna and meatloaf. And they're like, oh, good idea. And,
finally, if you were the writer, which final would you like to have for Granny?
Which final? Oh, well, I think Geppetto would build a nice little house for Granny and Geppetto.
He's a good one.
He's a carpenter. I like a handyman. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
and
welcome.
Enjoy Spain.
Thanks. Okay, bye.